Today we're going to talk about a third technique for solving systems of linear equations. We're going to solve by substitution. Okay, so this strategy is not going to involve a graph at all. We're going to use purely algebraic techniques. Okay, so our system x plus y equals 12 with y equals 3x. What this system is telling us is that y is exactly the same as 3x's. So anywhere we see a y, we could substitute 3x. So why wouldn't we substitute 3x's for that y? And let's see what happens. X plus 3x equals 12. Now the nice thing about that is it's now an equation like the ones we solved before. So this is 4x equals 12. Divide both sides by 4. X equals 3. That's nice. I know that the x part of my solution is 3. All I need to know is the y part of my solution now. Well, I can take the fact that x is 3 and put it into either one of these equations, either one. If you like this one, then you would say 3 plus y equals 12. And then you would say, subtract 3 from both sides, y is 9. If you like this one, you would say y is equal to 3 times 3. And you would also be saying y is equal to 9. So there is our solution. No graph required. So if you didn't like the graphing, you're going to love today and tomorrow. Okay, let's try this again. In order to do substitution, it has to be true that one of your two equations is either y equals or x equals. So of these two equations, I think it's going to be easier to take this second equation and make it y equals. And it's going to be, let's see, I will add y and I will add 13. So it will be y equals 2x plus 13. So if y is the same as 2x plus 13, then I'm going to put 2x plus 13 in the other equation for y. So I'm going to get 5x plus 2 times not y, but 2x plus 13 equals negative 1. So I'm going to get 5x plus 4x plus 26 equals negative 1. So 9x plus 26 equals negative 1. Subtract 26 from both sides. 9x equals negative 27. Divide both sides by 9. So x equals negative 3. Okay, x is negative 3. What's y? Well, I can either take my negative 3 here and find y. I could take my negative 3 here and find y. I could take my negative 3 here and find y. I think I want to take my negative 3 here because this is going to say y equals 2 times negative 3 plus 13. So that's negative 6 plus 13. So y is 7. And there's my solution. Okay, this one already has this one as y equals. So 4x plus 3 is going to go in for y. So I get 4x minus 4x plus 3 equals negative 3. So I get 4x minus 4x minus 3 equals negative 3. Hmm. So my 4x's cancel out and I get negative 3 equals negative 3. Hmm. That's true. That is true. That is true. So I have these two lines are actually the same line. They would look, if I'd graphed them, they would look like this. They would make many solutions. Now, you might say, well, how would I know if it was many solutions or no solutions? If by chance this had worked out where our 4's canceled and this was like negative 3 equals negative 30, well, that's false. That's false. So then we would say there's no solution. Okay, so be on the lookout for things where your x's cancel out. Watch the numbers. Are they true? Many solutions. Are they false? No solution. Okay, one more. Wow, that's a mess, huh? That is a mess. I always like to finish with a mess. Let's get rid of those fractions. Just because I love fractions, but I think it's possible to get rid of them. So we're going to multiply both sides or all the way across by 6. That's going to change this equation to 6/3. So 2x, 6/2. So minus 3y, 6/6, 1. The other equation, 3x minus 2y equals 9. So let's solve this one for x, because I don't think we've done anywhere we substituted in for x. So 3x, I'm going to add 2y, so 2y plus 9. Divide both sides by 3. So x equals 2/3 y plus 3. Okay, so that gets substituted for x. So 2 times 2/3 y plus 3 minus 3y equals 1. So 4/3 y plus 6 minus 3y equals 1. Now I could multiply all the way across by 3 to get rid of that fraction, or I could just change this. So I have 4/3 y minus 9/3 y, right? Because negative 3 would be negative 5/3 y. So I've got negative 5/3 y plus 6 equals 1. Subtract 6 from both sides. That's my scrapbook. Put it in a cloud. Ne negative, oh, I lost my pen. Negative 5/3 y equals negative 5. Multiply by sides by 3 over negative 5 by 3 over negative 5. So the negative 5's cancel. So I get y equals 3. Now be sure we put that for y. Y is 3. And now I have to find x. I think I'll go back to this one. So that would be, oh, I need a little scrap cloud or a little box somewhere to do my work. 3x minus 2 times 3, because y was 3, equals 9. So 3x minus 6 equals 9. Add 6, add 6. 3x equals 15. X equals 5. There's my solution. They meet at 5, 3. Okay, so this is a technique that we call substitution. If you've done it before, this should bring it back. If you haven't done it before, be sure and talk to me in class tomorrow.